The universe of the Elder Scrolls, and especially its highest tier of creation, known as Aurbis, cannot be fully realized or understood, as in many cases there is no true history. Just as our own world has many cultures and belief systems, it is no different. Only what we experience firsthand in the games can be taken as fact, and sometimes not even that. But in a similar fashion to our world, there are, throughout many cultures, recurring themes and concepts. These may be as close as we can get to the facts of the various stages of creation of the Elder Scrolls universe. Or they could still be a bunch of baloney. With that said, we will try to distill these down to their core, for the most broad understanding of Aurbis creation myths, with more specific videos to follow. There is a near universal concept of duality, two entities that are weaved together, most popularly through conflict. They are 0 and 1, wheel and tower, positive and negative, stasis and change, is and is not. It is worth noting that some cultures do not see it as two entities, that it is one entity and the other is a lack of entity, or that the one entity is within or is the universe but that the other entity exists outside the universe. Some would go so far as to say that the second entity is simply a manifestation of the first entity's insecurities or insanity. For the sake of the video, I will continue to refer to them as two entities, however, as whether the second is real or not doesn't really affect the duality of it too much. These entities have many names, but you will typically hear of them as Anu and Padme. I will refer to them as such for ease of use, but their cultural names will be shown. Next is that through the interplay of these two forces, either a third entity or a new zone or grey maybe is formed. This can range from their conflict creating Nia, who in turn loves Anu and births creation, or that the two actually love each other and Padme was the one to birth everything. Anu might have been a tree and Padme a serpent who decided to slap each other around a bit until they were as one, with creation following. Once creation has begun, there is usually a first spirit depicted as a dragon who either is or creates time. With many names across many cultures, we will call him Akatosh. Then, there is the missing god, who is, well, missing. The spirit who convinced, tricked, seduced and maybe even bribed other spirits into creating the mortal realm, the primary setting of the games, then either voluntarily, involuntarily or both at the same time himself out of existence or into hiding. For the most part loved by men and hated by men, most commonly called Lorcan. Be aware that most of the other gods you are aware of are also present in all belief systems under differing names also, but Akatosh and Lorcan are near universal. From here with the spirits or Ada born from the interplay of Anu and Padme, the somewhat flawed creation of the mortal plane, Mundus, can begin,